Welcome to Thoughts and Teens in Focus. I'm your host, Patricia Tree. And my guest today is my co-host, Cheryl Vincent. Cheryl is here for a special reason. She's here because she is now an R&B singer. Yes, she is. And she has her album out, Cheryl V, Unconditional Love. So, you know, she'll be telling us about these songs. She will tell us where she go from here and when she would be in Hollywood. So just sit back and we'll have some of her music and she will tell you more about the song, the reason behind the song, and why she chose to sing this song. So Cheryl V, I can't call you Cheryl Vincent, Cheryl V, welcome to your show, Thoughts and Teens in Focus. And we know that you are now a R&B singer, like Whitney Houston. I know you have the voice like Whitney Houston. Tell us some more about the music that you have and, you know, what they entails.
Okay. Well, first of all, I would...
5, 4, 3, 2.
First, I would just like to say a special good afternoon or evening to all the viewers out there. And I want to say a special thank you to Miss Trim for having me here on your program for Thoughts.
The music that you have and, you know, what they entails.
Okay. First, I would just like to say a special good afternoon or evening to all the viewers out there. And I want to say a special thank you to Miss Trim for having me here on your program for Thoughts and Teens. To tell you a bit about my music, like you said, it's R&B. The title of the album is called Unconditional Love. And it's an album that consists with 6 songs. And basically, you know, I like to sing about love. I like to sing about everyday life. And most of the songs pretty much speak about love, relationships, and, you know, I think there's something that everyone can enjoy. You know, I think it's a very beautiful album. I'm very proud of it. It was, you know, it took a lot to, you know, to do it, to make the CD. It's not an easy process. You know, I learned a lot through the whole process, and I'm really proud of the end product. You know, I had some wonderful people to work with, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with it.
Now I see that you don't care about me anymore. Is this an experience, or this is just the thought of it that came into you and you wrote about this song?
Well, actually, there's a story behind this song that some people may not believe. I went into my producer called me into the studio one day, you know, to hear the music that he had put down. And we were in the process of, you know, collaborating to come up with the lyrics. And I had my 12-year-old daughter with me, Sharina Rulo, who many of you know has been a member of Thoughts and Teens over the years. And she's also an aspiring singer as well. She was there with me at the studio, and while the music was playing, she sat down and wrote out some lyrics, and then she started singing it for us. And she was like, "Mommy, you know, I think I have the lyrics for the song." So I said, "Okay, you know, can I hear what you have?" And you know, she started singing, and it sounded so good. We were all so impressed that we said, "Okay, this is it. You know, that's it. We're going with that." So my 12-year-old daughter wrote the lyrics for that song,
and she's so good in music and such a talented, beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
And now we have You Don't Care About Me. What about the Unconditional Love?
Okay, well, basically, Unconditional Love is a song about a relationship. You know, in relationships, people have issues. You know, sometimes you might be in a relationship that some people may not think that this is the person that you should be with, but you in your heart know, well, this is the person that I love, and you know the reason why you love them, and you say to yourself, you know what, I don't care what people say, I love you anyway because of the things that you do for me, you know, and this is unconditional love. Unconditional love means, you know, loving someone regardless of, you know, of their flaws, their weaknesses, or whatever. You love them just the way that they are, regardless of what anyone says.
Lord, help us women to have unconditional love.
We all need some unconditional love in our lives.
And then your next song is Show Me, Show Me, Show Me, Show Me.
Okay, so this song, Show Me, I call it the women's anthem. And why I call it the women's anthem is because, you know, many women are in, it's about a relationship again, where a woman, you know, she's saying to her man, you know, you say all these wonderful, beautiful things to me, and, you know, I want to believe them, but when it comes time for you to show me, you're not showing me. And I would like for you to do the little things. It doesn't have to be anything big. You don't have to be a millionaire, you know, just one rose, or maybe a kiss on the cheek, or you just telling me that you love me, you know. Those are the things that I really want. And if you don't step it up and start doing these things, then you're going to have to go.
You have to go.
You're going to have to go, basically.
And the next song, I'll be true. Well, I wonder if I'll be true. I will be true.
I'll be true. It's a song that basically says, you know, again, it's about, it's a relationship song. You know, two people are in love, and, you know, there's, you know how sometimes people want to get in between your relationships and they want to break you up. You know, another woman coming in and want to get into your relationship and destroy what you have. And this woman is saying, you know, don't let her come between us. We've been through so much in the past. She don't know what we've been through and what it took us to get here. You know, don't allow her to come and mess this up. You know, I promise you that I'll always be true and I'll always be here for you. And, you know, that's what this song is all about.
And you men out there, be true. And then we have Why Oh Why.
Okay. Why Oh Why. That's another song about love again, and basically it says, you know, I love you, and, you know, I don't know why I love you so much, but I just do, you know, I just do.
It's all in the game of love.
It's all in the game.
All in the game of
all in the name of love.
And then we have love of a lifetime. Well, you know, this got to be some kind of lasting ever 50 years of marriage, 50 years togetherness, till death do us part.
So, Love of a Lifetime is actually a song that I wrote probably about 14 years ago. I just got the vision for this song. It came to me, and I think basically it came from a place of thinking of the kind of love that I wanted to have in my life, you know. Someone who is not just my lover, but they're also my friend, and I want to be with them till the end, you know, and this is the love that I want to last for a lifetime, you know. And I wrote that song, you know, so many years ago, and I'm so happy that now I had the opportunity to get it out there because it's such a beautiful song, and I've been getting so much good reviews about it. So many people are calling me when they listen to the CD and they're like, this is my favorite song, I love this song. So it makes me feel really, really good.
Cheryl, I know you're a talented singer. You're not only a singer, you're a songwriter, you're an actress, you're choreographer, you know, you teach how to dance, and also you're a nurse and a mother. So you are a multi-talented person who has a great talent and a great ability to go very far. From here, where do you go?
From here, this is something that I have wanted to do for a long time. You know, I'm a registered nurse, and I have been a registered nurse for quite a couple of years. And it's something that I have, that I love, you know, and it means a lot to me to be a registered nurse. I have gained the respect of, you know, my coworkers, the people in administration and everything, you know, and it's something that is near and dear to me. But singing has always been my passion from the time I was a little girl, and I always wanted to do that. You know, I sort of put it to the back burner for the past couple of years because of other commitments, of other obligations, but now I feel like I have a chance to really pursue it and do, you know, what's in my heart, and I want to pursue it to the fullest, you know. I would like to become the superstar that I've always dreamed of, you know, so whatever it takes to get me there. Trying my best to promote my CD, to get, you know, to get, a record deal, distribution deals, and just try to make it out there, you know, yeah.
And that is so good because, Cheryl, I know that behind this CD, behind the preparation for the CD, the music, there are a ton of people who were the composer, the designers, well, I'm not so familiar with music, but you know all the different stages that you had to get? Could you tell us about some of them and, you know, the experience that?
Yeah. Well, it's a very interesting process. And like I said, it's not an easy process, but if it's something that you love, I mean, you do enjoy, you know, the process. You know, it starts off first of all with trying to compose the songs. And I worked in collaboration with my producer, who is Mr. Jathniel Thomas. And he owns a studio on Thomas Boylan, actually 966 Thomas Boylan Avenue between Lott and Hegeman. It's called Japat Music School and Recording Studio because it's also a music school as well. And I collaborated with him, and he basically did all my tracks, the music tracks. There are some songs on here that he wrote. There are some that we collaborated with together. And Love of a Lifetime is a song that I actually wrote, you know, the lyrics and everything myself. You know, so you write the song, then you have to put the music, lay the music tracks, or you can actually do it the other way. You can lay the music tracks and then write lyrics to complement the music tracks. Then, you know, you have your engineers who's going to do the mixing and all of that. You know, after you've laid down your vocals and you've done the background vocals, you know, the engineer comes and puts everything together and, you know, and then try to heighten everything and master it to get it to sound the best, you know, so it's a very interesting process, and it's something that I love very much.
You know, I'm happy that you love music. I love to listen. Don't tell me to sing, because as they say, when I sing, the rain and the thunder and the lightning will come. But it's so nice that I admire you for what you're doing, and also admire you for taking that time with your daughter. And she's getting to grow there. I do hope that, you know, both of you all will be able to make it to the top. Cheryl V and Sharina Rolla coming out in the music world. Cheryl, as a leader, and you are part of the group called the Grenadian Group. What's the name of that group?
Quake USA Cultural Organization.
Yes, and they perform some very nice. There's where I heard your voice singing, and I said, this girl got a lot of talent, and
Yes.
she's hiding it up.
Yes, I invited you to one of our concerts, and you heard me sing
right,
there.
and I heard you sing, and I was so amazed. I said, why are you hiding this talent? You have so much talent there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I wouldn't say I was hiding my talent. Basically, at the time that I met you, I was focusing on trying to develop my daughter's talent, you know. So I sort of took the focus off myself, and I was, you know, trying to help her develop her talent, because I recognize the same talent in her too. But Quake USA Cultural Organization is a group that I have been with for a number of years. And actually, when, you know, I grew up in Grenada. When I was like 11 years old, I joined the church choir, and the church choir became the sort of the mother group for what Quake USA is today. That group in Grenada was called Spice Island Youth Quake, and it became like the top cultural performing group in Grenada. And with that group, I got the opportunity to tour to England, Scotland, and Ireland, and that's when I really got the taste of what, you know, show business and performing is all about, and I fell in love with it.
Celebrity.
Exactly, exactly.
Celebrity, yeah. You are from Grenada. Give us some of your childhood experience in Grenada and coming over to America, you know, how you...
Okay, well, growing up in Grenada, I mean, at the time when I was growing up in Grenada, you know, I felt like I had it all, you know, but now looking back at it, you know, I see that I grew up with, I had a very humble beginning. I mean, my family wasn't rich. My mom left Grenada when I was probably a little over a year. I don't really have any recollection of her as a young child. She migrated to the United States for, you know, to have a better life and also to be able to provide for me and the rest of the family back home. My dad was also not a part of my life at the time, so my grandparents raised me. They did the best to instill good values, to encourage, you know, good education and stuff like that. So I had a very good upbringing, and, you know, I'm very grateful to them, and I'm fortunate for that. And I'm also fortunate for the fact that I discovered the love for singing very early. So I was always drawn to anything that involved singing or performing, whether it was in school. You know, at 11 years old, I joined my church choir, like I said, and that's where I got the opportunity to travel with them and perform with them.
To become a celebrity.
Right. I got my first taste of celebrity status.
Yes.
And you know, it was so wonderful because when I went back to Grenada, it's like all my friends were like, "Hi, Cheryl." You know, it's like I felt like I was like a celebrity back then in my
Yes,
my little neighborhood. Yes.
You're a celebrity.
Yes.
Now, I know that about your daughter. Update us about her values and her inspiration in her singing career.
Well, my daughter actually, she surprised me. At the age of 7, she wrote her very first song. And it's a song that she wrote about school, about her experiences in school and what she loves about school. So, you know, I took it seriously and got her to record the song. And from then, every year after that, she, you know, we helped her to record another song and to build an album. And well, basically what she was doing before was calypso because in our culture, you know, calypso is very popular. So she's well known in the Grenadian community up here, as well as in Grenada as well. Now she is trying to pursue singing career in R&B. You know, this is where the direction that she wants to go right now. So I'm helping her, you know, teaching her, you know, giving her some vocal techniques and things like that, helping her to develop her voice to become a better singer.
And she has a very beautiful voice.
She does.
Very beautiful voice. I know that you have your managers and you have the company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if persons would like you to be in their show or to take part in the show, either for a greater opportunity or for an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
what would be the process?
The process? Okay. For booking or contact about any opportunities, you can contact my producer, who is Mr. Jathniel Thomas, and the telephone number is 347-715-6060. That's 347-715-6060 or 718-678-0236. You can also contact 347-341-1090. Okay.
Okay, that's how you could make contact with Cheryl to have her sing. You know, Cheryl, I know that most, I'm with the professional networking group, and most talent, some of them come from abroad,
Mm-hmm.
and they will find themselves there to get a lot of exposure. Because in the professional networking group, they have a lot of producers and directors who are looking for talent, or talents are looking for directors and managers. They will come there and they will get the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to be singing like in pubs and in pubs and clubs.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Would you look for that opportunity too, or that is not where you want to go?
Well, basically, I mean, right now I'm looking for whatever opportunities that I can get to, you know, promote myself as an artist, to promote my music. You know, so I would not rule out the possibility of, you know, performing in clubs. You know, but I am also at the same time aspiring to, you know, to achieve
Hollywood.
Exactly for Hollywood.
Hollywood.
So I don't want. What I'm trying to say is I don't want to just restrict myself to performing in clubs. You know, I will do that, yes, but I'm also aspiring to greater things. I would love to be performing Madison Square Garden or you know, the big you know, theaters and
Bigger picture.
Exactly.
The bigger picture, I remember there was a girl who was singing at the subway, and she went out there, she played her guitar, and the next thing you know, she was on the Channel 11 and Channel 4 news, and she got a record deal. So sometimes, you know, they go out there, and I remember listening to one singer, she said she sang for a couple years well in nightclub, and somebody discovered her, and she had the opportunity to come out and be the big star that she wants to be. Because sometimes we don't get it to where we want to go, but sometimes we got to go to where we can get.
You have to start somewhere. You know, you have to start somewhere, and you have to, you know, wherever you can find the opportunities, you have to grasp it and try to make it work for you.
Well,
So.
Cheryl, you have said so much, but what I want to say is that don't let it stop here just on a CD. Just let it go far, because most people do a CD and then they forget about, because they not try to promote it.
Yes.
The only way that you can promote, get it out, you got to promote it. I remember they said Beyonce husband, he sold his CDs in the trunk of his car. And he went about there because they say it's a hustle. So most people, when they do their CD, they try and go there and get it pushed out. You got the opportunity. And even, you look so great here. I think you should be in a magazine now. Because you got a face for the magazine.
Well, quite a few people that have told me that I'm very photogenic and I should be a model, which is something, that, I'm also thinking about. Model. Yes. I'm also thinking about that, yes. I do love the camera, and I think the camera loves me.
The sky's the limit. Go for your goal, go for your opportunity.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cheryl, thank you for being with us. And is there any advice that you would like to give young people out there, seeing that you came from such a humble beginning to reach to this height? What advice would you give to our young people?
Definitely. The advice I would give to the young people out there is that, God gave us all a gift. And, take the time to develop and nurture your gift. And whatever your dream is in life, pursue it. You may go through challenges and ups and downs. I mean, look at me. I wanted to be a singer all my life, and I'm pursuing it at this age of my life, So
You're young.
Right. I am very young. It is never too late, and whatever challenges come your way, sometimes it's just to make you stronger. It's to help you grow and develop your character, so that when the success comes, you're able to handle it. So don't get discouraged. If things are not going the way that you wanted to, just keep your eye on the prize and just keep going for it. That's the advice I would like to give you.
Well, you heard it from her. You heard it from a mother, a nurse, dancer, a singer, a songwriter, and everything that you could think about, and a parent who is very disciplined with her daughter, and she has taken her mother's step too, getting into the singing world. They will all be singing. So thank you, Cheryl, for being here. Thank you for sharing your views, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to have you on. So when you meet to Hollywood, you'll always say, I was there. And
yes.
I say, I had her first.
Yes, that's true. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for all your support and encouragement over the years. I mean, I think you're probably my biggest fan. And you're always, encouraged and try to get me to, to pursue this. So I'm doing it, and I'm looking for bigger and better things. And like you said, I'm not going to let it stop here. I'm going to continue producing CDs, continue looking for opportunities, and I just thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for having me on your show. And I would like to give a shout out to a few people, my co-workers at Downstate Hospital. I would like to say a special thank you to all of you guys for all your support and encouragement. My friends at Quake USA Cultural Organization, you have been my friends for life. And I want to thank you all. You're like family to me. My, immediate family and friends, I just want to thank everyone who have supported me. I would like to thank the people who helped me in the process of doing the CD, my producer, Mr. Jeff Neil Thomas, the engineers, managers, and everyone. Thank you all so much. I could not have done this without your help.
And Crystal Manor.
And the elegant Crystal Manor, located on Flatbush between Farragut and Glenwood Road. I would like to thank the owners and management of Crystal Manor. They opened their doors to me to do my CD launching, as well as help to promote the event, and they're still supporting me always. They're constantly calling me, in contact with me, whatever opportunities they think they can help me with, they're always helping. So I want to thank them very much.
And your daughter.
And last but not least, my beautiful daughter, Sharina Rullo. She is the inspiration of my life. She's the joy of my life. And I am doing this not just to fulfill my lifelong dream, but I'm also doing this for her, to be an example to her and to show her that she can also follow her dreams in life and become anything that she wants to be. And I just want to say, Sharina, I love you very much.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very much. That was Thoughts and Teens in Focus with our guest, Cheryl.
I gave my love to you. I wish that you loved me too. And I am so surprised how you've got me mesmerized. Ooh, I don't care what people say. No, I love you anyway. It's an unconditional love, an unconditional love, an unconditional love. Oh yes, an unconditional love.